Hello everyone, Haley here. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen some videos or images of these intuitive birth chart mandalas that I occasionally make for people. And these are a lot of fun to make, and I just do them on mixed media paper using high flow acrylics and inks and watercolors, and that's how they begin. And then I'll do little details to finish them up. And recently I needed to frame a set of them for a family as a gift. And so I thought that would be a fun short video for a little something from the studio this time around. So a long time ago for me, back in art school, I had did this fun exhibit of some drawings I had done. They were on torn paper, and I wanted to exhibit them together as a unit. And rather than framing each of them individually, I put them up on the hanging wall with pins, as if they were little specimens, little T-pins. And I actually won a little award for those drawings. And so for framing this particular set of 3 mandalas for a mother and a father and a child, I decided I wanted to frame them in a similar fashion, because it's a really easy way to work with paintings on paper, if you're okay with it looking like what it is, like a little painting on paper or a little paint sketch. And so I went to Michael's here in North Carolina and happened to hit a great frame sale. Found these great little 9x9 shadow box frames. The mandalas themselves are 7x7. And then I brought those home, and they have like a canvas back on the back end of the shadow box. And so it was super easy to just push these little pins in and put the little mandala paintings right into the frame that way. Super, super easy. And so that is a fun way to frame some paintings on paper if you're looking for unique and creative ways to do so, and you want to perhaps do something other than the matte route. Because if you've ever tried to frame paintings, and acrylic paintings in particular, other than watercolors and that, you want to be really careful that the glass isn't touching the painting itself, because the painting can actually stick to the glass over time, and that may not be what you want. So making sure that in some way the painting itself is not touching the glass on the frame, whether you use a matte or perhaps this little shadow box idea, is important for the care of the painting. And you did see me on these, I'm pre-poking the holes before I put the pins in. I actually didn't have any of those T-pins that I used to have on hand, so I just used little sewing pins. These frames, these shadow boxes actually came with some pins in them. Making shadow boxes this way is a pretty trendy little idea right now. And so, using what you have or looking for the T-pins, that's a fun way to go. If you've done paintings on paper and you didn't tape down the paper to begin with, yours might be a little bit like mine, where there's just a little bit of buckling coming through. I don't actually mind that entirely. I kind of love being able to see a little bit of the process in the final product itself. So sometimes that means like some pencil lines or sketch lines, or in this case it means a little bit of movement to the paper itself. To me it feels like the hand of the artist, or the hand of the process itself is still, is still available there as we view the piece after it's complete. And so I finished these up. They were super easy to put together. Found a great sale on the frames when I got them. They are available on Amazon. I did peek at that when I got home too. You could even put little rocks or gems in the front of the shadow box if you wanted to. I don't know, you can make it totally creative. But in the end, I was pretty pleased with how this set looked, and they could be hung vertical, horizontal, arranged in whatever which way. Kind of fun.